Good evening, all. Good evening. Dear participants, can you please confirm? Am I audible? Is my screen visible properly? Okay, today is day 5 of this virtual internship, and you are seeing Python, and I welcome you all on behalf of Pantech elearning. So, shall we start today's class? What all things we have seen in previous classes? So, we started with syntax, variables, data types, then operators, conditional statements, and in previous class we have seen about looping statements, for loop and while loop. Do you guys remember about for loop and while loop? Tell me in comment, okay, when will the for loop ends and when will the while loop end? When will that loop will terminate? Okay, so regarding a for loop, when it reaches the last item, it will terminate, or if you use break in between, it will terminate at that point if you use conditional statement. And regarding while loop, whenever the condition is true, it will keep on running, and when the condition becomes false, it will terminate. And we have seen few examples, right, in previous class. And in while loop, we have seen one example with giving chances to the user, and every time the loop runs, we are decreasing the chance and making the user to predict. Okay, so we have left one example, right, about a car game, so which is an interesting one. So there are two parts in that. The first one, we'll try to create one game, and there will be a little bit flaw in that, and the next step we'll be trying to overcome that, finally making it a complete one. Okay, so we'll start. Okay, can we start now? We'll start with that car game. I'll go into my collab file. So once we complete that, we'll start with dictionary. So today will be day 5. So as I told you in the introduction class, on every 5 days we'll be having one assignment, and today is assignment day. So after completing this class, please make sure you stay till the end. I'll be explaining you about how to submit the assignment, and my team will post a Facebook group link. So please join in that, and you have to post your assignments there. So in the end of the class, I'll tell you how to post it and what is the assignment I'm going to give. I'll explain you that. So please make sure you stay till the end and listen properly, and make sure you apply all the things you learned and try to complete that assignment. Okay. So first let's start with that problem to create a car game. So see here, first I'm going to ask the user, okay, this game will run in the while loop. I'm going to ask the user to enter the command. First I'll set this command, okay, this is a variable which user will select, and based on that selection I'm going to do the process. First I leave it empty, okay, since you are going to create this command in the while loop inside, it will show error. You have to define it previously before this while loop. So what I'm doing is, I'm creating a variable and storing it as empty, and I'll create a while loop here while the command is not equal to quit. So if the user enters quit, what will happen? According to this while loop, so this command I will be getting from the user. Okay, so this will be the input, enter command. So if the command is quit, what will happen? What will happen if the user enters command? The while loop will become false. Okay, so the loop will terminate. So when it is not equal to quit, it will keep on running. When this condition become false, which means when it is equal to quit, it is going to terminate. Okay, so I'll ask the user to enter the command, to give input enter command. And in that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this lower option. So what will this lower will do? It is going to convert whatever the user, if he enters in caps letter or small letter, it is going to convert it in lowercase so that we won't be getting any error, because I'm verifying it with this. So if the user accidentally entering like capital Q, in that sense, what will happen? It will show error. So to avoid that, I'm converting it into lower. So whatever the user entering in this command will be converted into lowercase. Okay, now, so when the while loop runs, every time the loop will ask the user to enter the command. Okay, it will keep on going. So what will happen is I'm going to use a conditional statement. If command is equal to start, if the user enters start, I'm going to just print car started. Okay, if another conditional statement, command is equal to stop. So when he enters stop, I'm going to print car stopped. Okay, if command is equal to help. So if he enters help, what I'm going to do is I'm going to print. Okay, I'm going to print a multi-line comment. Enter, start, stop and quit. These are the three options I'm going to show him if he enters help. Okay, if command is equal to quit. Okay, obviously it is going to break out. I'll give a break here itself. Okay, so loop will terminate at that situation if he enters quit. And finally, if he accidentally enters something else, I don't want the loop to terminate. I don't want it to terminate. So what I'm going to do is in the else, I'm going to just print wrong command. Okay, so this is the first part of this code. So let me run this code. I'll explain you what is the logical error in this and we'll try to solve that. So if I run this code, it is going to ask me to enter the command. I'll enter start. See here, it is telling car started. In caps also I can type. If I type stop, it is going to stop the car stopped. Okay, and if I type help, it is going to tell me enter. Okay, start option, stop option and quit option is there. So if I enter quit option, it is going to terminate the loop and the loop is terminated. See here, the code got stopped. Okay, this is a car game. And I'll explain you. Is it clear till now? Do you guys have any doubt? So what next we are going to do is, see here, I'll run this again. If I enter start, it is telling car started. Okay, and if I enter start again, it is again telling car started. So this is not logically correct, because once you start the car, you cannot start it again. Okay, it is in a start condition. So if I enter stop, see here, it is telling car stop. But if I entering stop again, it is telling me car stopped, because we are using just the conditional statement. Okay, so this is not a right way for this game to run. So what we are going to do is, we are going to verify, we will be setting some condition and check whether the car is started already. If it is already started, I am going to check. Okay, I will tell car is already started. Okay, so in that case, we can do it in stop also. We will try to do it in stop also. So for that, what I am going to do is, let me terminate it first. Let me interrupt and terminate it. So here, what I am going to do is, first let me set a status. So this will be the status of the car. Okay. Okay, I'll tell this code once again. I'll explain you once again this code. So this command will be the user input. Okay, this will be the user input. So I'm creating an empty string first in this variable using while loop. This loop will run when the user won't enter this quit. If he enters quit, it is going to terminate this while loop, and I'm quitting it here. And every time the loop runs, every iteration, this command will be getted by the user. It will be input enter command, and I'm converting it into lowercase. So why I'm doing this? Because even if I enter in capital letter, when we have seen, right, using string methods, if you use dot lower, it is going to convert everything into small letters. Okay. So using conditional statement, I am checking whether the command is start. If it is start, it is just printing car started. If the command is stop, it is printing car stopped. And if command is help, I am printing enter, start, stop and quit. These are the options I am going to show him. And every time the loop runs, it is going to ask the user input. So it will keep on running, and only when the user enters quit, it is going to terminate the loop. If he enters something else, it is going to tell the wrong command and ask the user again the input. But see here, when I enter start, it is telling car started. And if I enter start again, it is again telling car started, which is not logically correct. So in that sense, what I'm going to do is, let me restructure this code. I'm going to add something else, which is known as status. So in this status, I'll use boolean. I'll first set this to false. So this is the status of the car. So at first, the status is false, which means the car is in idle condition, which is not started. So if the command is equal to start, here I'm going to use a nested conditional statement. See here, when the user enters start, I'm going to verify if status is equal to false. Double equal to means it will check. Okay. So if it is false, then I am going to print car started. I'll show you. When the car is idle condition, if that is the case, I am going to print car started. Okay. So regarding Facebook group, they will accept you by today evening. So don't worry about that. Listen to the class. Else, okay, if the status is true, which means, okay, if the car is started, I am going to set the status as true, which means at first the car will be in idle condition, which means false. So in that case, I am going to verify whether it is in false. If it is false, I am going to print car started. So once I start the car, I am setting the status as true, is equal to true, I am setting that. So if the user tries again, now the status will be true. So the car is already started, right? So in the else condition, I am going to print, okay, I'll print car already started, which means what will happen? Okay, it will tell this. It will be the same in the stop also. So now the condition is true. So when will you stop the car? When the status is true, you have to stop the car. So if you enter stop, I am going to verify if the status is equal to true. So when it is true, I'll print car stopped, because in that case it will be stopped and I have to set the status as false. Okay. So when it is false, else, which means if it is already false, then I am going to print car already started. So please listen, we are doing two things. The status we are setting to false, so which means in the ideal condition. So if it is in the ideal condition, I am printing car started. So once I start the car, I am setting the status as true. Okay. So else, if it is already true, I am going to print car already started. So that's what will happen in the stop also. So if I run this code, see here, this is an ideal condition. So if I enter stop, it is printing car is already stopped, correct, right? So if I start the car, it is going to tell me car started. We got that. So if I enter start again, it should tell me car is already started condition. So now if I enter stop, it will tell me car stopped. If I enter stop again, it will tell me car already. Okay, we made a mistake. It is here car already stopped, right? So my bad. It's running properly. Wait a minute, I'll terminate and change this. Stopped. Okay, so I'll run this again. Car is already stopped. I'll start it. Car started. I'll start again. It is already started. I'll stop it. stopped. I again stop it. It is already stopped. Okay. So if I enter help, it is going to tell me the options, and if I enter something else, it is going to tell me wrong command, and it will ask to enter the command again. When I enter quit, it is going to terminate my loop. Clear about this example? I hope it will be clear. So you got the concept right. Please try to make on your own also about this code. So this will be a good exercise for you to practice the while loop. So next we will move with dictionaries in Python. So it is a data type which we haven't seen properly. So it is in between. Regarding the assignments, I'll tell you till in the end of the session. So we'll start with the dictionary first. So what is a dictionary? We have seen introduction, right? So dictionary is a collection of key and value pairs enclosed in curly braces. Okay. Dictionary is a collection of key value pairs enclosed in curly braces. So dictionary are mutable, which means key value pairs can be added, removed or modified after they are created. It is not like a tuple. You can modify it, no issues. But duplicates are not allowed. Okay, that's what the thing with dictionary is. And it is similar to a set in that sense. Duplicates are not allowed. In set also, only unique values are accepted, right? And regarding a dictionary, it is inside curly braces. It is a combination of key and value pairs. So there will be a key, and with the help of colon, there will be a value. And with comma, you can add another things also, many keys and value pairs. So we'll try to create this once again. X is equal to, let me create a dictionary, and you can come to next line. So I'll set a name, comma, you can use the next line, age, comma, okay, please make sure you mention this comma and colon, they are very important. I'll print X below that. Okay, so this is what the thing is. We got a dictionary with key and value pairs. So what will happen if you have a duplicate value? Okay, I'll ask you a question now. What will happen when you have a duplicate value in a set? Tell me, we have seen about set, right? What will happen if you have a duplicate value? What will happen? Only the unique values will be executed. It is in the case of set. And here in dictionary, what will happen is the duplicate values are overrated, which means if you have two key name, same key name, you can have same value, it's not an issue. If you have a key name, okay, it is a duplicate means what is latestly written, that value will be updated, which means here the age is 20, it is stored once, again the age is given as 25. So what will happen is the age will get updated to 25, so the output will only get 25. Okay, it will be overwritten. I'll show you. So if I store comma, I'll set this age to 25. So now if I print that, what will be the age here? What will come? I'll run this. See here, the output is 25. So every time I run, this value, latest value will be get overwritten by the previous old value. Okay. That's what will happen if you have duplicate key. Clear about dictionary? So in dictionary, all data types are valid, which means you can store numeric data type, sequence. Okay, even you can even store a list. Okay, you can store numeric data type, you can store boolean, all those things are possible. See here, this is a dictionary which is storing about a car, and it is a brand belongs to Ford, and it is electric vehicle. Okay, it is not, so it is false, they have given us false. And the year, okay, it is a number they have given. And finally we are having the available colors, which is a list. So you can include these things, there are also no issues. I'll create a dictionary in the name of car. this is a string, right? So next we will give, is this an electric vehicle? No, so I'm going to set this to false. Okay, and next the year, I'll set this to some year, and then finally let me give color. So what is this color available? So I'm going to give a list. Okay, so no error, we can print this. Okay, so this is what a dictionary, it can store all data types. So now let's see about how to access items which is present in a dictionary, which means how can you access these things, what is the use of it. We are storing it, right? So in the name of key and value pairs. So how to access it, we'll see that. Okay, so regarding accessing the items, if you want to get some like key, okay, if you know that key name, if you want that value in that, okay, so what you can do is there are two methods which that you can get that. So the first one will be, see here, you can store it in a variable if you want. So I'm calling the dictionary name, and we used to call like index wise, right? So in the square bracket we will be giving numbers in case of a list or a string. So in similar way, what you have to do is inside square bracket you have to give the name of the key. For example, if I need the name of, like, what is the model, what is the value stored in that key, I can call this square bracket and pass this model. Okay, or else there is another option also. What you can do is you can call the name of the dictionary and use this dot get method. So using this dot get, inside parenthesis you have to pass the name of the key name. For example, this model, if you pass that, both will help you to access the key, and the value will be given as the output, which will be stored in this X. We will try to do this in this example. So in this car we are having this, right? For example, if I need to get the year, I can do it like print. I can call the name of the dictionary, and inside square bracket I can pass the key name. See here it is showing me brand, color, electric and year. So for example, if I need this year, I can print that like this. See here we got the output 1980, or else what I can do is I'll print, call this name of the variable where I stored my dictionary dot get, and inside parenthesis I can pass this year. So both is getting me the same output. So these are the two ways. Okay, these are the two ways to get the output. So you can use it in any key name also. If you want brand, you can give that. It is going to give you that value. So based on the key name, we are getting value. So next will be accessing items individually with the help of dot keys, dot values and dot items. So I'll explain you what it is. So if you want to get the key names alone, you are having a dictionary in this variable. So if you want to get that key names alone, you can call this dot keys. So it will print the key name alone. If you want values, you can use this dot values. It will tell you the values, all the values. And if you want the items, which means items is nothing but both the key and value pairs, you can get it from dot items. I'll show you. In car dot keys, see here it is returning me a list with what are the key names. We are having brand, electric, year and color, right? The key names. Okay, and next you can print car dot values. So this will return the values. So Ford, false, 1980 and this list we have stored. So next what I am going to do, I can print both the thing which is that car dot items. So it is going to give me both the key and value pairs. See here, brand Ford, electric, false, year 1980, color and this thing. Okay. Is it clear about accessing the items? Is it clear? You can get it from dot keys, dot values, dot items based on your requirement, or if you want that certain value, you can call it with the help of these two methods. From that you can get the value of certain key. And next will be checking a key. So you can use a conditional statement to check whether a key is present there. So I can check if this model is in X. So it is going to check, and if it is true, it is going to give this output. I can call if color in car. If it is present, print yes. So we got this yes. Okay, if I give some other wrong information, it is going to don't give me any output because we don't have any else, right? So if I enter it correct, it is going to, this condition will be true and it is going to give us the output. Okay. So next will be changing the items. So we have completed about accessing items. Next will be changing the items which is present in dictionary. So see here, for example, I am having this year which is 1964. If I want to update that, so what I can do, how can I update this? I can call the name of the dictionary and inside square bracket I can pass the key name. Okay, so this will help us to override the value. So if I pass a new value, this value will be updated there, and when you try to print this dictionary again, you will be getting this new value. So if I want to update the model name, I can call the name of the dictionary and inside square bracket I can pass the model and set some value, new value. See here, for example, let me change this Ford into BMW. So where this Ford is, it is in the brand, right? It is in the key brand. So what I am going to do is, so we have to update it. So let me call the name of the dictionary car, and inside of it I am going to pass the brand. I'll set this to, if I set this, I can run this, and if I print car here, you can see here the brand got updated to BMW, which was Ford, right? So initially, so like this you can update the value. Clear? Is it clear? So you can do, instead of that you can use this dot update method also. So you can call the name of the dictionary and use this dot update method, and if you use this dot update, you have to pass inside parenthesis. Okay, inside of that you have to create a dictionary again. So this will contain a curly brace with the key and value pairs, so it will be get updated in that dictionary. So here if you want multiple things to change, you can use comma and enter multiple values, key value pairs, so that thing, both the thing will be get updated. Can you try that? Using dot update inside parenthesis, and inside of that you have to create a new dictionary. It is like updating the dictionary. Let us change the year and two things. We will try to change the electric and year now. So I will copy this and we can paste it here so that it will be, it is little bit clumsy there. I will run it again. So we got this Ford Falls 1980 and this color. So I can print the car. Okay, so see here we got this result. So now what I am going to do, I am going to update it. I can call this car dot update, and inside parenthesis I have to pass inside curly braces. Let me create a dictionary to update the things. I'll say this electric. Okay, I'll set this to true. So now it is going to be electric car, and I'll change this year. Let me set this to 2023. Okay, so if I run this, you can change multiple things if you want. Okay, I can using this update method, but you cannot do the same with that thing which previously we have seen, right? Inside square bracket, that will be difficult. So if you want to change multiple things, you can go with dot update. I can print the car now, and you can see here electric became true now, year changed, two things changed at a time. So you can change many things like this using this update method. And regarding removing items, see here, using, like, there are 4 options. Using dot pop, if you mention a key, that key name will be removed. Okay, and using dot pop item, it will take one by one. If you use dot clear, it is going to clear the dictionary and you will be get with the empty dictionary. And if you use this del option, it is going to delete that entire dictionary. Okay, so we'll try with this dot pop first. Let me pop the color. So car dot pop. color, sorry, the spelling is QLOUR, and this is popped now. So if I print the car, see here the color got removed. Okay, and then you can call the dictionary without mentioning the key name. You can go for dot pop items. Okay, it will go in the reverse way. It will remove this ear. So now it will be left with only two things: this electric and brand. If I run this again, it is going to like remove one by one. Finally, we are getting this electric. This got removed, and now it will be brand. Ford will be left there. If I run this, it is going to be a empty dictionary. Okay, so I'll regenerate this dictionary once again. So now it became empty using this pop item. Using pop, you can specifically mention, and using pop item, it will remove one by one. And using clear, you can entirely clear the dictionary. So I can call, I'll print car now. So since we have run it again, so we got our dictionary back. And you can go for car dot clear. So I'll print this car again. See here, it got empty. And if you want to delete this entirely, you can go for del car. So it won't be even existing, it will be clear, deleted. Okay. Next will be looping through dictionary. Is it clear about removing things? So we have seen about how to access a dictionary, how to change the items present in a dictionary, and how to remove the items present in a dictionary. So next will be looping through a dictionary. Can we see that? So in dictionary you can loop with these things. I'll explain you one by one. Okay. So you can go like what will happen if you call the name of the dictionary and go for dot values. It is going to give me the values, right? It will be in a list. So this is like looping through a list. So all the elements will be printed one by one. The values will be printed. If you go for keys, the same will happen. The key names will be printed in that manner. And similarly, if you go for dot items, you will be getting two things. It is key and value pairs. So if you give two variables here and if you print both of them, you will be getting separate key and value pairs printed one by one. And you can go for this also. This is like accessing with the help of index num. Okay, in the name of the key name. So one by one it is going to print. So we'll try to do all these things. Let me call this car once again. Since we have deleted it, I'll run this. Print car. Okay, we got the output. So now what I'm going to use it, I'm going to use for loop for x in car dot values. So car dot values is obviously going to give me the values present there. So I'll print x. So it will be a list. So it is going to print one by one. See here, Ford faults 1980 and this thing. And you can go for keys also. So it is going to give you the key names, all the key names, and you can go for dot items. So where what I am going to do is I am going to call x comma y. These two variables will help me to get both the things. So brand is Ford. So the value of x will be the key name and value of y will be the value. Okay, key and value pairs. So next we will do for x in car. I'll print. So this is going to pass the key name one by one. So that thing will be executed. The values will be get. Okay. So this is the thing about looping through a dictionary. So you can copy a dictionary also. So once you have a dictionary, if you want to store it in some other variable, you can call the variable. You can create a new variable and you can call the dictionary where you want to copy. You can call that and use this dot copy. So this is going to copy it and store it in this variable. So if you print that and if you want to manipulate it, it is going to be two different dictionaries. Okay. So car2 is equal to car dot copy. So this will be two things. So car2 will be now a separate dictionary. So any manipulation in that, it is going to be different. Okay. Finally, we are going to see about nested dictionary. So regarding the nested concept, we have seen about nested conditional statement, nested for loop, right? This is going to be a nested dictionary. Can we start? So regarding nested dictionary, something like a dictionary inside a dictionary. So how are we going to do that? So see here, we are having a key name and the value for that key, we have stored a list, right? So similarly, instead of a list, we are going to pass a dictionary itself as a value. So in that dictionary, we will be having another key and value pairs, right? See here, it is family, it is created. So I am creating a dictionary with key name child1, and in that I am passing a value, and that value is again a dictionary, and here it is having the name and here key and value pairs, and then another key name which is child2, and there I am storing the key and value pairs, okay, and the value, and then child3. So these things I am doing. So I'll tell you how to do it and how to access it one by one. So we are storing that, so we'll be able to get that also. So how can we do that? We'll try to do it now. Let me create a nested dictionary. First, let me start with this variable, okay, and next I'm storing here, instead of value I'm giving a dictionary as a value, and that will be having key and value pairs. I'm storing the name, comma, here. Okay, so this key and value pair is completed. So what I'm going to do, I have to place a comma here because I have to go to the next key. So it is, I'm storing, I can store the name, okay. So this is like a nested dictionary. I'll run it. So if I want to take, okay, I'll print calling the name of the dictionary, and in that I can pass the key name child1. So it is going to give me, this is the value, okay, it is already a dictionary. So if you want to get the year of child1, how will you do that? You can just create another square bracket and pass the name of the key there. So it is going to give me the output. See here, I got this 2004, which is present here. It is a nested dictionary, right? So I am mentioning the key name, and that value is again a dictionary, and in that I am mentioning the key name again. So it is giving me output. Is it clear about how we are accessing a nested dictionary? Similarly, you can go and check with other things also. Is it clear? So we have completed about dictionary, and next thing we'll be discussing about the assignment. I'll explain you how you are going to do it, how to submit it. Can we start with the assignment? I'll brief you about the assignment which I'm going to give you. So we have seen the basics of Python in this 5 days, right? Till dictionary. So we have started from syntax, then variable, data types, operators, conditional statement, looping statements, and then dictionary elaborately. And regarding the next 5 days, it will be like we'll be starting with functions. We'll move into some advanced topics like class and object and so on. And then it will be in the application parts, okay? So this assignment is based on what we have seen till today's class. So this assignment will help you to practice. And we'll be having the dictionary also. You have to use the conditional statement, you have to use loop here, so everything will be used here. So please try to do this assignment. I'll give you 2 days time, so tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So in the, like, tomorrow is day 6th class, and day after tomorrow will be day 7 class, and in day 7 I'll be discussing with you about the assignment, okay? So we'll start with the assignment. So this is the assignment. Only one thing I am going to give you, which is converting Roman numerals to integer. So there is known as Roman numerals, right? So this code will ask the user input, which will be numer, like if you give the Roman numerals, it should convert into integer values and give you the output. So what is the rule about this? if the larger value is written followed by a smaller value, for example, if it is same, like see here, these are the new Roman conversions. So if it is this, it is 1. So if it is v, it is 5. If it is x, it is 10. Then so on. Okay, if it is like this, okay, 3i, it is going to be 1 1 1, which is 3 in the output. And then if it is like this, x 1 1, which means 10, then 1 plus 1, which is totally 12. Okay, so if the larger number is written first followed by the smaller number, which means if it is in the same order, or like this, 10 is like larger number and then 1 or smaller number. If it is in this order, you are going to add it. Okay, if a smaller number is written first followed by a larger number, which means, see here, IV, which means I is smaller number 1, V is 5. So in that case, you are going to subtract it and the value will be 4. So this is what the conversion rule is regarding the Roman numerals to integer. If it is CD, C is smaller because it is 100 and D is 500. So you are going to subtract it and the value output will be 400. Clear? So this is what the conversion is. I can explain you once again what is the max behind it. See here, if it is 1, it is 1. 2 means 1 plus 1, so 2. 3 means like combination 3. If it is 4, like the smaller one preceding then larger one, so you have to subtract it. 5 minus 1 equal to 4. Okay, so the 5 will be 5, then 5 and 1, which is obviously larger number than smallest number, so it is 6. Then 7 8. Regarding 9, you can see I is 10. Okay, sorry, I is 1, x is 10, so it is like smaller number than larger number, so you are subtracting it. And then finally it is 10. So make a screenshot of it. Okay, make a screenshot. Please note down about this assignment. Please try to do it. And then this is the example and these are the test cases. So you have to create a code which will get the user input and it should do the like what is the task and it should give you the output. So for example, if I give this input, it should give me this output. Okay, it should convert that. Please note down this. We should get the output. So you have to do the code, you have to think. Okay, try to do this. So these are the things available. So please make sure I'll give you a hint. You will be using dictionary, you will be using for loop, you will be using conditional statement. There are many ways to convert and do this problem. So please try on your own, try to do it. You will be having 2 days to complete this. And these are the test cases. Please make sure your code, if it runs successfully. Okay, so how to submit it, I'll tell you now. So please listen, I'll tell you how to submit the assignment now. So we are having a Facebook group, so you can join there. It will be like you have to give a request and it will be accepted by our team. And once you get accepted, you can use, this is pasted in the description. So you have to use these hashtags and you have to tag these and you have to give this information. And finally the assignment code, the code which is running successfully, you have to paste it and you have to attach some screenshots. Okay, and the screenshot, what the screenshot is, all these test cases. You have to try this test case exactly and the output you have to send it in the screenshot along with code and you have to post it. Clear? This is the submission procedure and all the link and format, this format will be given in the description box. Okay, please try to tag and give this hashtag and give this information along with code and this screenshot. Is it clear about submitting the assignment, about the assignment? If you guys have any doubt regarding this question, you can ask, or any other doubts. Is it clear? So this will be like this table will play a key role, okay? And you have to check what is the number, what is the combination. Please try to use the idea. We have seen about some examples, right? So all the topics which we have seen, try to do it. Yeah, you can do it any of the IDE, whether it is be Visual Code or wherever it is. It will be fine. You just print the, like take the screenshot of the output every time the like when it runs, it should ask the user the input, and if he runs it, the output should be the correct number. Okay. I'll explain you again. If it is in the same number, or if it is like a largest number then followed by a small number, then it is, you just need to add with this table. So it is like, see here, if it is this x 11 I, so it will be 10, then 1 1, so total will be 12, because x is the largest number 10, this is the smallest number 1. So in that order from left to right, if it is largest number then followed by smallest number, you have to add it. Or if it is like this case where smallest number followed by largest number, okay, I is 1, V is 5. So in that sense, if it is in this order, you have to subtract it. So please try to make it. So you are having 2 days time, don't worry about the submission. Please try to do it, take it as a task and try to complete it. Clear? So that's it for today. We'll start with functions and lambda functions in next class, and in day 7th class we'll discuss about this assignment. I'll explain you about how the code works. Please try to make the assignment. And that's it guys. Thank you for attending today's session. I hope all the format and the link is available in description. We'll see you in tomorrow's class. Regarding NM code, it is optional. If you have that Naan Mudhalvan code, then you can type it, or else you can leave it empty. That's not mandatory. Please try to make the code along with the screenshot for the test cases. This video is available in YouTube, right? You can go back and see about this test cases, about this question. It is available. You can see that and try to complete the project.